2. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Buzz Unlisted. I am Trey Rich, and next to me I have my co-host. I have Chanel Herlin.
Hey guys.
And next to her we have Kaori Takei.
Hello everyone.
How you guys doing?
Good.
Ooh, I'm pulling my life together, that's all I'm gonna say.
Yes, honey. I think you need to share with our listeners exactly what you've been doing this weekend.
Oh my God. Okay, so Friday night, I jump on a flight to Orlando to deliver a costume and then jump right back on another flight to come back.
Oh,
then to go to LA, yes. Then to, rush home, scrub my little bits and pieces and shave my bits and pieces to go to a pool party, pretty much naked. And then after that, I run home to shower, have a little fun with my bae, and then drive down to San Diego for their Pride.
And you've literally come back like an hour ago.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I'm dying.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah, and guys, if you could see him right now, he still has a Sunday sparkle going on. With
He
the glitter
does.
on the
He has
face.
some glitter.
Yes, I'm looking like Friday on a Sunday.
And he's got a smile on his
Friday
face.
fresh though.
Fresh Friday.
So fresh. I wish I had some glitter on my face.
Oh.
Next time.
Next time, yeah, I'll be bringing the glitter. Next Sunday, you'll be bringing the glitter.
We'll all take turns. Glitter rotation.
So, anywho, we are bringing you the top 10 what the F moments of the week. Last week we had some pretty fun stuff. This week it's a little bit more serious.
Yes.
But how do you guys feel?
Yeah, I agree with you. I think last week was a lot more pop culture. It was a lot more fun and lighthearted. I really think this week we've got some serious what the fuck moments. Like, I will be saying that.
I'm actually enjoying this week's list of things that we've put together because it's not so much celebrities versus just human people. I'm not saying celebrities aren't humans, but regular people, right?
Yeah.
And the celebrity heat that we have, it's pretty deep.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my goodness.
However, we are starting off with a celebrity topic first.
Yeah,
We are.
Keeping it light.
So, our first thing for today, our number 10, it would be the bottle cap challenge. Everybody knows about that thing. So, this frivolous macho challenge that has taken up space on our IG accounts is when a person is challenged to twist the cap off a bottle with a roundhouse kick. But now, many have gotten very creative, and, if there was a battle of the sexes, the women definitely will be winning.
Hey.
Can we talk about, like, Mariah Carey twisting it off with her high note?
Of course she would do that. Of course she would.
Do we think it's real?
I've watched that? Yeah, I do. I've watched that so many times. I'm just like, how? How did they fake that? Unless there's like a really thin string on the cap, and but it like jiggles on the top of the bottle, and then
It wasn't fake.
I'm just like, no, that was too well done.
That's the thing I love about Mariah Carey is she's a diva and she knows she is and she owns it. She's not trying to pretend to be something else.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
She takes it to the next level.
Yeah, and she's like, this is what I am.
Glamorous way.
Right.
Absolutely. We love Mariah.
Have you guys done it yet?
I haven't. I thought to do it so we could kind of feature it in this thing, but I'd probably look really stupid. However,
Well, after your weekend, where would you have found the time?
Oh.
He would have made the time.
When I tell you I would have kicked over people, not even I wouldn't have kicked off a cab.
Well, that would have gone viral. So you should have done it. I must say though, when I've been watching a few of these videos, I thought the whole thing was not to have the person behind the camera holding the bottle, because everyone is holding the bottle. You can see that. So when they kick the bottle,
Yeah,
the bottle isn't falling because it's being held, but the cap's gonna fall off.
Right.
So I think that's cheating, but that also gives an awesome video, like Kendall Jenner's on the ski.
Yeah.
That
So
was awesome.
I'm a little torn. I don't know if people are torn. Was she littering?
Oh.
Was that celebrity littering?
Oh.
I mean, why would you say no?
It is littering.
Hey, and this was public littering. You
Has she got
her on
backlash
film.
for that?
I don't know.
Wow, we could start it here. I'm surprised. I feel like people rip apart celebrities even in the most innocent moments for like no reason. So I'm surprised she hasn't got that backlash yet.
Right. Do you guys have any favorites?
I'm a big action star fan, and I liked Jason Statham's one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just simple, but it's clean and crisp. That was my cup of tea. Yeah.
What about you?
Well, I'm a believer, so I'm going to say Justin Bieber and Hailey Baldwin. Oh, Bieber, sorry. The Biebers.
Oh my
Both
Lord.
of theirs. I feel like Hailey's was a little bit like Kendall's though. So that was very similar, so it wasn't very original. However, I just, I'm gonna stick to my fanboy.
Well, actually, mine had to be Ryan Reynolds. Actually, did you
I
guys
haven't
see
seen
him?
that
I haven't seen his.
Can we see it?
It's actually really
on Instagram?
fantastic. So it's very cinematic. I like when people give me like an experience
Right.
with something simple. So
What do you guys think about the challenge itself? I mean, it was created, apparently it was started by a Taekwondo instructor, Farabi Davlechin, if I pronounced his name correctly, and then it just went viral.
right.
These challenges that we get every couple months are just so odd. And for me, this one, removed from the fact that celebrities are doing it and doing it in creative ways, it's not very interesting.
Yeah, no, it's to me it's a little stupid.
Yeah.
I do feel
Not
like
to judge people, but
it is stupid for sure, and I'm just also surprised how many celebrities have actually jumped on board with this.
yeah. So Ryan Reynolds, he actually uses
I'm
like a
watching
tequila bottle. Are you watching it right now? Yeah, he's it's like a tequila
is
bottle,
very cinematic.
and it's like something I would do. He kicks the entire bottle over. Like,
Don't you wonder how long it took for him to make that, though? Like, he needed a whole production company.
right? No, it's full
Right.
out. I
Or maybe
appreciate it.
not. I mean, you can do these things on your iPhone.
I
you
don't know. Look at that
He probably was
quality.
like,
There's
he's
like
got
an
that-
editor in there. There's all kinds of people.
Yes, he could have done this on his phone. He's an artiste, clearly.
Yo, this is
You know?
artistic.
And the fact that this is his humor. This is his, but now the
my
actual
goodness.
clip of him kicking over the bottle is just like iPhone footage.
Wait for it.
He's gonna kick the whole bottle over. Oh, Ryan.
Yes.
Well, you know what? He didn't actually
It's so
know
good.
that he had to cheat and have somebody hold the bottle for him.
Right.
So that's the problem over here.
It's so good. So good.
Okay. I feel like we're all over this bottle challenge, and I do think that we should each do our own one for
Should
next
we?
week.
I think we should.
Let's do it, guys.
All right.
Okay, next one.
So she did win. Kendall won.
Kendall won.
apparently.
Okay, the next one I want to talk about is Jason Momoa, because he is a hottie. I think we can all
Daddy.
agree on this. Well, funny you say daddy, because he is now being body shamed for having a dad bod.
Ooh.
So if you guys don't know what a dad bod is, it's a very like light-hearted, I feel, fun way of describing a middle-aged man's body that's not quite
Yeah.
in shape.
I looked it up, and it's basically skinny fat.
Yeah.
That's kind of what you say.
I mean, it's not
skinny fat?
overweight, but it's not super ripped. It's kind of just like, you're in your maybe 50s, late 50s, and you've kind of let yourself go a little bit.
So it's kind of relaxed and comfortable.
Yes,
Right.
Like you're married, you
comfortable.
got your girl.
Yes.
You got your
got
but
your
kids.
you're still working on yourself. You know what I mean? Like touch and go.
Mm-hmm.
So this guy who is Aquaman and just gorgeous, and in his movies has had like a ripped body, is now getting body shamed because he's not so defined. I mean, we actually saw the picture online. Here it is.
Here it is,
him
if
at
you
the
haven't
beach.
seen it.
And
That's-
we actually had to be like, but is that the photo? Because
I was like, this can't be the picture that they're hating
Right.
on.
Come
That's
on.
not dad bod. That's just
know.
like I haven't been like killing it in the gym.
For me, that's hot bod. Okay,
For me
if
as well.
if a guy walked down the street like that, I would double take.
yes, that's a hot body.
100%.
Double take.
100%.
Yes,
He could get that. He could get me right now. He
Right?
could have me.
you know what I'm saying?
I mean, he's got the hair. I'm very into longer hair, rugged look, great
Jason
body,
Momoa.
tan skin. Like he looks
You
so
can get
good.
it
Yes.
There we go. Hands
still
down.
And
Still.
all day.
And I could talk about this.
All night.
Like, here's the thing also about him having a dad bod versus his movie bod in Aquaman or in Game of Thrones is that kind of body is completely unsustainable. You can't have that all the time.
Yeah.
Of course, if you're paying me to have that body, I'm going to eat air for a while and I'm going to lift heavy. You know what I mean? But when I'm off season, I'm going to relax. I need to live my life.
But he still looks good.
And he looks fantastic.
Oh no, he looks
And
great.
you're a personal trainer, so you coming from a like expert opinion there is like to get that Aquaman body. That's like complete focus on training.
Yes.
Consistency and
Yeah,
eating air.
you have a nutritionist along the way. You have a personal trainer all the time. You're working out 4 or 5 hours a day. It's very aggressive and intense.
Right.
And that's the problem again with social media and Instagram. Like these impossible standards that they put out there, they're not real. You see these girls working out and doing like these phenomenal moves, 3 moves off camera. Tell you what, they're out of breath, right?
For
Right.
sure.
You know?
Absolutely.
For sure. Unfortunately for him, he is a celebrity, and we have seen him in his best possible shape. So I guess this is why publications feel like they can take the chance to like attack him, or maybe they were just really low on news that day and
Look,
were like, Jason.
I was thinking maybe it was when I saw this headline, I thought, okay, maybe he went from Khal Drogo to like a really big guy, like Kevin Federline transformation. Right? Yeah. But it really wasn't that.
That's why when we looked at the photo, we were like, no, that's not the photo. There must be another one. Like, let's keep on searching.
Right.
Yeah, people.
And I had fun searching when I tell you, looking up photos of Jason Momoa.
Yeah, I wasn't complaining.
It was good.
Oh man.
I need a cigarette.
Well, who else would you guys say has a good dad bod?
A good dad bod.
I'm gonna go for Leonardo DiCaprio because he is my man.
Is he a dad though?
But he's got the dad bod.
Oh,
you don't have to be a dad.
Fat. You're right. You're right. The skinny fat. Okay. I just imagine like you have a kid because men, they get pregnant, right? But
I'll agree with you on the Leo. He's classic. He's classic. He's almost like George Clooney.
Oh, yes.
He never goes out of style.
Never.
He's like Chanel bag.
Really?
Oh, love it. Are you excited for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
I am.
What is that about, guys? Not to go off.
To be honest,
topic.
I don't know what it's about. I don't like researching what a film is about before going to the film because I don't want any expectations. So I know that there's hype about the film, and obviously all the actors I'm obsessed with. So I'm like, it's got Leo. Like, I don't need any more convincing.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I agree with that.
Okay, well, I'm glad we all agree that Jason does not have a dad bod.
No.
And that he is 100% in shape and fine.
The public is too picky.
Yeah.
It's too picky. We're not always going to have fine-tuned bodies.
Yeah. But he
Jason,
still looks good. I'm
personally erasing the dad bod shaming comment and putting daddy on it.
Hey!
Yeah, daddy.
I love it.
All right, guys, let's move on to the next topic. And this is about Amber Portwood. I don't know much about her except that she was 16 and pregnant.
Yeah.
And, she's been having a following since then because she's been getting into trouble time after time. She has been diagnosed with bipolar disease, apparently. So she's gone through a lot, but recently, about a couple days ago, her and her boyfriend got into a brawl, and it was like the Shining kind of looking thing where she was holding a machete and she put the machete through the door and she hurt him with a shoe while he was holding the baby. So now the baby might get the father might get full custody of the baby. There's a lot of stuff going on, but this isn't her first problem.
She's had a history.
She's had quite the history, and she's tried to clean up quite a couple times, but I guess she has major anger management issues. She was arrested on 3 felony charges, which included domestic battery, criminal recklessness with a deadly weapon, the machete, and a judge just slapped her with a restraining order, so she can't go near their son until the criminal case is resolved.
Wait. The judge only slapped her with a restraining order?
I mean, maybe there's some updates, but as far as I know,
this show, first of all, 16 and Pregnant and Teen Mom and all of them, I've never been a fan of. I mean, I love reality TV. I love the Kardashians. I love me some. What else? The Hills, give it to me all.
I can't stand the Kardashians.
I know, I'm the same.
I do find it entertaining. However, with the Teen Mom and 16 and Pregnant, I feel like it kind of made it cool to be struggling and a single parent and have a child so young, that it was bringing these people so much fame. I mean, we've got a bunch of these teen moms who are now, in their 20s, who, like this woman, still in the news, crazy following. People are talking about them. I'm just like, what is going on? Yeah. Why was that a show in the first place? I feel like this woman, the fame at such a young age maybe also got to her head, and they go crazy and they have the child, and it's too much. It's way too much.
It makes them grow up way too quick. I mean, going to Honey Boo Boo Child.
There we go. Yeah.
She's a huge example where she has to take care of her mom and like put get a separate bank account from her mom at like 12 years old. It's like things are given to them too soon.
There's good reality TV, and I say good lightly. Like the Kardashians, good.
Good-ish.
It's still like, I mean, what really can we say there? besides looking at like Teen Mom, where you're like, this is actually damaging to your young audience.
Right.
Where they're looking at this and they're like, oh, but if I have a child now, maybe I can be on Teen Mom and maybe I can be famous and get the followers and be a social media influencer and all that. You know, it has a really bad ripple effect.
Right.
Yes.
And I think I really do hope that something serious happens with this woman that is sending a message out to younger kids and people who are fans of the show to be like, this is not the way to move forward.
Right.
Like, this is not something to be proud about.
I still can't. I'm trying to get my mind over Machete.
There we go.
Where it was.
What kind of shit?
Yeah.
What kind of shit? Who has a machete? Number one, these days.
Yeah.
Right.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
But this is how low class and rough it is.
A machete. Like, I'm just.
We need a moment
What's
for the machete.
horrible is this is glaring reality TV entertainment for some reason, even though it's off camera.
Yeah.
You know, so
Machete?
yeah.
Wow.
And that poor child.
Poor child.
I mean, the child
absolutely.
is growing up in this environment, looking at this kind of behavior between mom and, I don't know if it's stepdad?
A boyfriend.
Dad?
Well, dad,
Real
mom and dad. Yeah, real dad.
Looking at mom and dad fighting, because obviously you don't go from being a happy, lovey-dovey couple to machete. Like, obviously a lot is going on in between that, and this poor child is a witness to all of it.
Well, also the documents from the court documents say that Glennon believes that Portwood is currently unavailable to provide a safe, stable, and secure environment for James on an ongoing basis due to her frequent refusal and or failure to take medicine prescribed to treat her mental health conditions, among other concerns. So my guess is that, well, she hasn't been taking her meds, and it's been kind of accumulating to her loss of her instability, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, that poor child.
Poor child.
I just feel bad for the child, because that child's going to grow up, and who knows the mindset and the problems this child's going to have, and that's because of the upbringing.
And
what
hopefully
it's seen.
the boyfriend helps out with the child. You know,
Say again?
hopefully the boyfriend helps out with the child in the sense of getting help for the child.
Hopefully he's also stable.
Right, that's true.
But because like if you are in a relationship with a person that is not mentally stable, part of you is partially probably fucked up.
There we go.
Like crazy attracts crazy.
50%, yeah, for sure.
Oh man, yeah. Well, hopefully we don't hear too much of these teen moms in the news. I mean, we also had Teen Mom OG come out and all. Like, I just think Teen Mom in general should stop.
Right.
Yes.
It's not something to be enjoying and look up to and encourage.
Right. Agreed.
Enough with these teen mom people.
Enough.
I can't even.
I can't.
You know, and let me go back to the Kardashian thing. As much as I don't care for them, I don't hate them. I don't say that. But I don't care for the show, but I can't not watch it. I hate that. I hate that. I hate that I can't not watch it.
Wow, I can
That's
easily
like the
not watch it.
good in inverted
I can't
commas.
stand reality TV. It's so addictive. Oh, I can't.
We're
Anyway.
all on the same page with that, I think.
I don't know. I'm not a Kardashian fan at all.
Yeah.
But
Reality TV though?
only like Total Divas or Total Bellas, all the wrestling
Okay,
stuff.
those are still kind of easy.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Anywho, moving right along.
Right.
Oh, it's this thing. Okay, so this next topic it's really heavy on me only because like I have such a huge heart for kids, and it really breaks me. Like I partially cried when I saw the story, because it's like this is a person that didn't have a chance. Like you literally just don't have a chance. So in just a few short months, a 17-year-old boy named Haven will age out of foster care and be forced to fend for himself. He's now desperately seeking a family to call his own. So this teen living in Oklahoma City, he's been in custody of the Oklahoma Department of Human Services since he was 12 years old, after living in a shelter for the past 5 years. He says that he's losing hope that a forever family will adopt him. With his upcoming 18th birthday in October of this year. So time is now running out for him. His name is Haven. And it's crazy that system, like the system of being in foster care, it's literally like you feel like an outcast, like you don't have any family, you don't have anyone to like turn to for questions. Like when you're growing up, I know personally because I grew up in a really supportive family situation. I was close with my brother, I was close with my sister, I was close with all of my cousins, aunts, uncles, and they played a big role in shaping me. And a lot of people don't like to admit it, but family helps you. Family helps you grow. Like when you go through things, everybody at some point has had help from their family or help from close friends. But to be in a foster situation where you literally don't have anyone to lean on for anything, that is like a really hard place to be. Like you're literally
yeah, it's almost hard to imagine, even
it is
like you've said, me as well, coming from a family that is so supportive and loving, and we just kind of take that for granted,
right?
Where there are so many kids who are either orphans, foster care, that just they don't have anybody,
right? And
it really is devastating, and that's just it's reality. And it's almost like we feel helpless in this situation because what can we do?
Yeah, I mean, I was reading about this case because it really troubled me. And he's not, an anomaly. This is something that's very common. A lot of foster kids age out of foster care,
right.
And a lot of them end up being homeless and then turning to drugs and,
right.
Anything to make ends meet. And it's sad. And I wish there was a way or there's something that we can do to help them out. I mean, if I could, right. I would have like a big house and be like, you're all family.
Right,
but
right.
Just...
I think I think they had raised, there was a fund, I guess, being raised for him. I think it's like $53,000. I guess. I think this is a fund like to give to a family to adopt him or something like that. But like $53,000 is nothing. So guys, if you can reach out and find out about this, try to donate, try to help this cause, because this is a person, and he actually wants to do good in the world. He wants to go to the military.
Yes.
But then also imagine you going to the military and then coming home again to no one.
But he is hoping to find family in the military,
right.
And the hope is that he meets someone and they're
right.
like, come home with me. I mean, I don't know. I really have all my love for him and everyone going through this. It's tough.
And he's 18.
Almost.
And that's old to trying to be finding a family. Like
right.
We've just grown up with a family, brothers, sisters, mom, dad, granny, whatever. And at 18 years old, you've lived actually a lot of life already and had so many questions that you've needed answered and gone through a lot already at 18.
Right.
I do hope that there is somebody out there that he can be loved by.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What I don't know is where he was before the age of 12.
Yes, I don't either.
Yeah, so I don't know if he did grow up with his family up until 12, or I just don't know. But just the foster care situation is just
it's a tough one.
No bueno.
Yeah. Well, going off this, I think this is quite fitting. We're talking about somebody who's just really wanting a family so badly, to a family that was in Disneyland.
Oh,
and man, oh man, guys, if you have not seen this video, I need you to go and Google it right now. It actually went viral. It was a family at Disneyland who just went apeshit. It starts off with this woman. Well, the part that we see how it starts off is that there's obviously some fight going on. The woman in the white shirt spits at the man in the red shirt, and the man in the red shirt just goes crazy. He
loses it.
He's punching, he's hitting, he's pulling hair, he's throwing the woman to the ground. I just want to know what on earth caused this uproar, because he is angry and he's turned to violence, and he's not holding back at all. Right. And to women.
Yeah.
It's just there's so many factors about this video that is just. I actually watched it with my mouth open, and I caught myself because I literally was shocked. It goes from like 0 to 5 million in a second.
And also,
I definitely had the O face the whole time. Like,
Literally.
Oh.
I think I saw a 5-minute clip and I was thinking,
Yes.
5 minutes is a long time.
That is a long
And that's
time.
still pieced together.
Yeah, 5 minutes is a long time for Disney cops or security not to make it through.
Yeah, number one, where was security? And
Right.
number two, black people, you do need to do better in public. Because, see, everybody thinks, black people are violent and they act out and blah, blah, blah. And this is perpetuating the situation. This is perpetuating the fuck shit. I can't.
But I think point number one is also very important, Trey. Where was security?
Right, where was security?
I mean, you can't do anything in Disneyland without security jumping on you. They're like watching like hawks.
Right.
And they've got to because it's so big. There's so many people. There are rides. I mean, it's a lot. It's children.
Right.
And like you said, this fight goes on for 5 minutes.
It's a
which
long
is a long time.
And not to make a joke out of it, but the irony is that this all takes place in Toontown. You're like, of course.
I know.
Right.
Obviously.
Toontown.
Obviously.
Oh man.
I think somebody even hops into the video. Someone hops into the fight to try and pull them apart. But that poor girl in the tan t-shirt with she's got like reddish.
Oh yeah, the weave. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How he's pulling her hair? That's her girlfriend apparently.
So apparently, it first started out with him and his sister. I guess the girl in the white shirt is his sister. Start out with those two. And then he then proceeds to fight the sister's boyfriend because the sister's boyfriend, of course, wants to defend his girl. And then from there, his mother...
The mom's on the floor?
The mom rolls in a wheelchair in the middle of it like she's about to either stop something and I don't know what's happening.
Falls over.
Isn't there a pram? A stroller? A baby?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, the baby
gets pushed to the side in the
gets
very
pushed
beginning.
over in the beginning of the video. Like
Right.
they just like slide the baby over. You're like,
Right.
what is this? It is a very interesting altercation.
Shocking. Absolutely shocking. And I don't actually know what is happening from here onwards.
As far as we know, people have been tweeting Anaheim PD. Anaheim PD is saying that they are looking into the case and they might not be prosecuted, but they passed on the video to the prosecution, but they didn't see the video yet, so there was nothing that they can do or something.
Yeah. The person who's on the Anaheim PD Twitter is real sassy, I must just say.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know if you guys have seen that.
Like very
he or she
this
is
is not a
sassy.
joke. There has to, it's like,
Yeah.
wow, okay,
Interesting though, the family did deny this altercation,
Yeah.
if you can call that, at first. Even though there was obviously all these witnesses, they didn't know there was a video.
Yeah.
So they did deny it initially, but now this video has come out and it's all over the news and gone viral.
It's funny that they don't know there was a video. In
Yeah.
5 minutes, they didn't realize
In 2019,
that they were being taped.
Yeah.
It's just hilarious.
This
It's so crazy.
This is a terrible story, actually. So everybody should know that people grab their phones for the craziest things, even when it's like extremely inappropriate.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And I was at a restaurant and an old man, definitely in his late 80s, 90s, started choking.
Oh shit.
And it really was a traumatic time. Like 911 came, he was going in and out of consciousness. And anyways, a woman at this freaking restaurant was filming this incident. That I actually went up to her and I was like, "Can you put your phone down?"
Oh
Like,
my god.
how disgusting. Sorry, that just made me think of it. How people
How
just
did she-
grab their phones.
How did she respond to that when you told her?
Oh no, she was embarrassed. She put it.
She should be
actually
embarrassed.
didn't have any words. I was just like absolutely disgusted.
It's
I was like, "You need to
horrible.
put your phone down," and she did put it down. But yeah, like you said, in 2019, people are going to be on camera no matter what you do. Have a little argument, just like you shouting for like 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Someone's grabbing their phone to film you.
It does say park officials are seen responding to the melee as the footage ends, but still, 5 minutes in, it takes them that long.
5
They're
minutes.
everywhere.
That is a long time.
They're
to
by the
fight.
popcorn stands. They're by the corn dogs. You know what I mean? It just doesn't.
They're everywhere.
In 5 minutes, like a professional fight is over.
Right.
A knockout has happened.
Yeah.
In 5 minutes.
Yes.
Like, do you understand? Like
Yeah.
how long 5 minutes is?
Yeah.
To go straight
Yeah.
fighting?
Yeah.
Do a plank and you'll realize how long 1 minute
Oh,
is.
Right.
absolutely.
30 seconds.
Now times that by 5.
My fat ass. But-
Well,
Oh, please, man. You're in great shape. Don't be dad bodying yourself.
don't dad bodding yourself. That's right. All right, guys, let's talk about the other topic of the day. We have in lighter news.
Much lighter news.
Much lighter news. Police sniff out a suspect after his loud ass fart gives him away. All right. Yeah. So
Yeah, literally laughable. Like,
he was trying to elude the police in Missouri, and he ended up farting, really. So the Liberty Police Department officers over the weekend were searching for a man wanted on a warrant charging possession of a controlled substance, according to the Kansas City Star. The suspect probably would have gotten away because they really couldn't find him, but he Rudy tooted.
Rudy toot. Tooted.
Too much tooted.
Like, what?
This should have been in Toontown.
It should have been in Toontown.
I mean,
my goodness. But, like, okay.
Give me
Really? You fart and give yourself away? You got away. And then you fart?
I know. That's
Are you kidding me? If you don't hold that in,
I know.
or squeeze the cheeks and make it a silent, okay? Jeez.
Right. I was
wait.
looking for video of this, and there was no video. I was like, oh my god, I would have loved to.
But wait, did they say, was it just the sound that gave it away, or was it the smell too?
Ooh. Now we need to get technical here. Yeah.
Let's
I
look
think
it
it was
up.
the sound, and then maybe the smell like lured them
They're like,
to where the actual.
what was that?
Yeah. Oh, the dogs were on it.
Oh yeah, the dogs.
Yeah, it basically says releasing a loud fart, so it was the sound, not the smell.
But like, what is that chain of command for a dog? Like to sniff out a fart? Like,
Are they trained to do that?
Bobo.
Or just drugs?
It's like, Bobo, sniff out the. Like, what do you say? What do you say to
Can
the
you
dog? Sniff that out.
can you imagine this guy being like, I got arrested and caught because I couldn't hold it in?
I mean,
Right.
you almost kind of don't want to believe this. Like, it's almost like made up.
For me, like, if I need to hold a fart, I'm able to hold a fart. Like,
Yeah,
you know, like the
everyone
first
can.
stages of dating, and you're like, I don't know if this is acceptable right now. Like,
Right.
you hold it in for dear life. So I don't know why this guy couldn't do it.
He had like really bad gas and cramps and just ate something really terrible and was just like, shit, I can't keep it in.
They're like, if you were meeting someone new, aka the police, you should be able to hold.
Could you imagine, like, being a cop? And if I was in that situation and I was a cop, the first thing I would say if I found him was like, do you need to use the bathroom?
Right.
I think, what is that tweet that they actually...
Oh, yes. The Clay County Sheriff says, if you've got a felony warrant for your arrest, the cops are looking for you and you pass gas so loud it gives up your hiding spot. You're definitely having a shit day.
Yeah, they go the shit emoji.
Yeah, there's another one too.
Emoji.
He's had a shit day.
I do enjoy that they,
Yeah, they're
We're-
making fun with this.
we're having a little bit of
Liberty,
fun with
Missouri says, thanks to Sheriff Clay Co for airing out a wanted person's dirty laundry and fanning the flames.
Oh no.
The Liberty Police Department was surprised to see this incident slip out, which stinks for the arrestee. Fortunately, no one was injured during his arrest. I love these puns in here.
Well, going off this story, I think, Trey, your next one is also very fitting. They really are intertwined so well today.
They are. It's about
Maybe too well.
Maybe gases and solids. I guess we can. So.
I want to visit this place, by the way, but go on.
Okay, so a Japanese museum dedicated to poop is a popular tourist destination. Visitors to Yokohama's Unko Museum
Unko.
get to go. Unko.
Yeah.
Unko. That's how it's pronounced. You know what? I lived in Tokyo for a long time, and I should know how to pronounce that.
Okay.
Unko Museum. They get to go home with a shitty souvenir. So basically, a brightly colored fake.
No.
How do we feel about this?
No, I hate it. I hate it. I will never ever go to this place.
I think Japanese culture is obsessed with unko and poo, and I know it's maybe my half Japanese side, but poo is the one thing that brings us all together.
It
All
really
right?
brings us down to
Like, regardless of race, sex, ethnicity, we all poop, and it unites us. It's the one big common thing we have, and we can joke about or be disgusted about together. So I think it's, yeah.
That's some real shit.
Yeah.
What is the idea behind this? Like, why is it so attractive? Like, why was the idea?
It's funny.
sprung to
It's
have a
cute.
museum?
They have like little ice cream cones shaped like, like, have you ever looked at a yogurt swirl and thought that looks like shit?
To be honest, no.
What?
Yeah,
I have.
because I can't think that and eat it.
Yeah.
How? I get over it real quick.
I
Look
love
at this.
some ice cream, and
And it's I'm looking at the pictures of it. It's Instagrammable.
It is. That's the
Absolutely.
cool
They have
factor.
toilets. They have a table with cakes shaped like poo, like like cupcakes, and the whipped cream on top is poop.
so it's more of like a poo emoji shape.
Celebration
versus
of
like
poop. Yes.
an actual poop. Like so is it actually poop shape or is it like the poo emoji shape?
It's emoji shape, but I mean
Okay.
that's what
So
poop
it's
looks like when it's a good poop, right?
Not mine. That's not.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think that.
I mean,
think
if we
this,
want to be candid, I can describe to you.
I mean, I'm saying like
Single
this.
stools.
This right here is the optimal poop shape, right? You're either constipated or diuretic, and this is like right in the middle.
I feel like that's a dog poop. Like I don't feel like humans.
Ooh, I would not want to pick up my dog's poop if it looked like this, though. Like,
That's like a pile of. Because when we poop, most of us it's in toilets and it's in water. It doesn't look like that. It's
Yes,
just not like a.
I do agree
Unless
with
you're
you.
just out in public, just shitting on the ground. It may look like
and
that.
look, there's like a wall of kids' pictures of poop. It's so adorable.
The kids are into this too.
Yeah, it's a Japanese cultural thing. Like you go to this place called Don Quixote, which is kind of like
I
the
love
Japanese.
Don Quixote.
Yeah, it's the Japanese version of Target, and they have like
Yes.
poop hats.
They have everything in Don Quixote.
Yes, it is a fire hazard though. Whenever I go in there, I think, man, this would not fly in America.
I really hope it doesn't fly in America because this is something that I will not be attending. I do say
I
though,
wanna go.
like you said, it's very Instagrammable, cute,
So
but
cute. Oh, poops
I won't
from
be
different
there.
countries.
Right.
Yeah.
And on with it. We're
on
over
with
the poop.
I know, I
Over the
can keep
poop and
going.
the gas.
Yes. Well, this is another story now that when it came out was very interesting. I'm sure you guys all know about Andy King and the Fyre Festival and how he was taking one for the team to, excuse my French, suck dick, which
Yes.
is the quote over here.
Yep.
But since all of that came about, I don't think this guy at 58 years old realized the celebrity status that would come from just being honest in a documentary. And he really, the memes about this man, everybody knows his name. And I think in a way that he wasn't really, I don't think he was shamed as such. I feel like a lot of us were on his side to be like, I mean, we're judging, but we also feel bad for you. And you were gonna take one for the team. Like it's a
Yeah.
really difficult situation.
Now that's having skin in the game.
Yes.
Literally.
Oh.
Foreskin.
I kind of wonder why he disclosed that information.
Well, interesting, because in the documentary, the full clip, he actually says, now don't quote me, but it's along the lines of, I know you're not going to use this part, but I'm going to tell it to you anyways.
Of course they're going to use this part.
So I don't think when he was sharing the story, he didn't actually believe that they would air that because it was so raw and honest. But obviously it's great content, so
That's
did.
the best content. When it's raw and wrong,
It is the
that's when it's the best news and the best content.
And you know what? Thank goodness he was so honest because this man, guys, he has he has had several offers from water companies to work with him because if you don't know the full water companies, so because if you don't know the full story, he was going to quote suck dick in order to get the water, the Evian water, into the festival at customs because they were stopping it. So he was going to go meet with the guy at customs and do what he had to do to get the water in. So a lot of memes came out about that, and he's had offers to work with water companies. And the craziest thing here, and I feel like it's just so American, is that he has been offered 3 TV shows. One of them, which I think is in the talks and is probably going to happen, it's about hosting events and what goes into behind the scenes of events and the drama and the cliffhangers and will it be successful, will it not, which I guess is fitting because he really was willing to do what it takes to make a successful festival.
Literally do
I
what
just
it
find
takes.
okay, like on the flip side, like whoever decided like, yeah, you know what, I can get my dick sucked. Like, how desperate are you to be like, I'll do this exchange? Not even being him, but the other guy that he offered it to.
So he never did it.
He never did it.
No, he never did it. I don't even know if that conversation actually happened.
Okay.
But he went into that meeting mentally prepared to
Why would you disclose that information, though?
Well, I'm like, honey, good job on disclosing that information because now he's got famous. A TV show.
Yeah,
he's
that's true.
famous. He's going to be working with water companies. Like, we all know him. At 58 years old, like, this is a great turnaround.
So the premise of this reality show that he's supposed to get is...
I don't know if it's reality. Oh, I guess it's reality. Yeah, it's events. He can't spill too much. I think it's still in the works. And they're still like trying to sell it to the different networks. But it's about events and what goes into putting in these crazy events, maybe even festivals, the behind the scenes, the cutthroat.
The dick sucking.
Yeah,
so I have so many questions. Like, why him? Mm-hmm. And will there be dick sucking?
Number one, will there be dick sucking? I think that's question number one, actually.
Yeah, like, is it like, if he's running these events, apparently he has, employees under him, is he going to be coaching them to, do whatever it takes to get these events put on? Like, if you need to suck dick to get this velvet rope in place, do it. Like, if,
Yeah, I feel like we're going to see it all. And I actually think that he's a good face for the show because he really was willing to do what it takes and taking one for the team, which is the tag.
You got to give him kudos for that.
Yeah.
It just, again, disclosing that information in front of a recording video equipment. I don't know about that.
That was silly, but also brilliant because look at him now. At 58 years old, newfound stardom, celebrity status. We all know this man.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's brilliant and good for him.
Yeah.
Well, guys, let's move on to a darker topic, also regarding some sexual activity. R. Kelly, man, how many times is he gonna get in trouble with the law and then get released and not in trouble and back into trouble? Well, we're talking about him because this is gigantic news at our number 2. R. Kelly has been arrested on federal sex trafficking charges. Kelly was arrested on Thursday in Chicago on charges contained in a 13-count indictment returned in the Northern District of Illinois. So Joseph Fitzpatrick, the spokesperson for the U.S. Attorney's Office of the Northern District, says the indictment includes charges of child porn and obstruction of justice. What else is new, guys?
Right, like that's kind of where my head is with this thing with R. Kelly. I'm kind of sick of hearing about it.
Yes.
But I also do want justice for the victims.
Yes.
But then I also feel weird because these were kids that have parents that have allowed certain things. So I'm more blaming because it's not like he's just snatching these little girls off the street. Or something like they're just like walking around and they're just like driving up and snatching people. Like these are people that have relationships and have they have parents that are supposed to know where they are. Like what is happening with the parenting is my question.
This is Michael Jackson stuff. Sorry to say it.
Right.
It is.
Like all these kids that seemingly have been molested by Michael Jackson, which I kind of don't believe, but then I can also understand it being true because certain celebrities have certain power and they can basically do whatever they want behind those doors. But there are parents involved. Parents are allowing these kids to go to a certain place. I don't know if they're being paid off or whatever, but it starts with the parents. It starts with the parents, man. It does,
especially if the kids are underage and the parents should know where they're going. And R. Kelly has been getting away with this for decades.
Right. Yeah, and even though, it is, first, the parents' fault, it doesn't make R. Kelly right. Of course, it's a horrible thing. But again, like, parenting, it's real, man. It's necessary.
I feel like we spoke a bit about that last week as well with, like, even social media. We got onto the parenting of how boundaries need to be put in place, the upbringing. I mean, even what we spoke about earlier with the teen mom, like, it's just the kids need to be brought up in a home that's giving them the right information, the right boundaries, the right rules.
I do want to add that I just read this. It says the new federal indictment seems to validate claims of the parents who say their children were essentially held hostage.
Held hostage?
I know. The indictment says the women and girls were not permitted to leave their room without receiving permission from Kelly, including to eat or go to the bathroom. They were also prohibited from looking at other men and to keep their heads down and call him daddy. This is all on TMZ. Wow. So they were held hostage.
Oh, it actually makes my skin turn. It really does.
Again, like, to be held hostage, how did they get there?
How did they get there? I'll look into it.
Yeah, I'm like, ooh.
I don't know how they get there, but it's one of those, like, if we had to put ourselves in those situations, I strongly believe that we'd never get there. Like, you just would never get to that point.
Right.
And even,
especially if R. Kelly has a record and of being into minor sex, I wouldn't feel comfortable being like, okay, kid, go ahead and hang out with R. Kelly. I would start worrying if my kid didn't come back overnight. This is a lot of strange things going on here.
Apparently, some people have said, I guess he's acquired some of these children from his concerts.
so they're fans, so I guess they'll do anything.
Yeah, I wouldn't even let my child go to an R. Kelly concert. I'm sorry, you're not going to watch his music video.
Yeah, I mean,
a live show.
I heave a little bit when his music comes on the radio nowadays.
I can't say that because
he used to have great music.
I grew up in the '90s, so I still love his music.
I love his music, but it makes me feel guilty because it's very sexual music, and you think, because I am an overthinker, man, like he's bumping and grinding to illegally.
I don't see nothing wrong.
Right? That in the closet.
Bump and grind.
That in the closet thing was amazing.
Is that bad? I do feel bad now. I feel bad.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I feel bad.
Yeah, right? See? That's what I'm saying.
But like during singing, I don't feel bad, but like when it's done, that's when I feel bad. I'm like, I just did that.
It's okay. It's a tricky situation here because it was a part of your upbringing.
Right.
Those tunes.
Are we ready for our number one topic?
Ready.
So ready, honey.
All right. This is our number one topic, which has, of course, the internet in uproar. So the internet has started a petition to storm into Area 51.
Did you say petition?
Ooh, petition. Ooh, what is that? What is that word?
I like that.
So the internet has started a petition to storm into Area 51. And the petition already has over 400K signatures.
That's crazy.
So, okay. Feds warn alien seekers not to try their luck at Area 51. More than 500,000 Facebook users have signed up to besiege the Nevada site to see them aliens. More than 500,000 Facebook users. Oh, wait. Sorry. So this is at the U.S. Air Force Base in southern Nevada. That's long been shrouded in mystery for those who believe it's holding site for otherworldly creatures. So people think there's like aliens and things that they're holding hostage in there, like the movies.
I think there's more than just that. I think there's like weapons that we've never seen, all kinds of stuff, poison.
I think the start of the WikiLeaks drama just opened up so many questions and doors for people to be like, I need to know more.
Right.
Like there are so many secrets. This Area 51, it's just like, tell us, like, why can't we know this information? Why can't we see these things?
Right.
It's a little bit scary.
It might scare us. That's why. Maybe we don't want to know.
Right.
Well, what are they gonna do now? If like if all these people who have signed this petition, if all of them head on over to, I think it's in September, to Area 51, what is actually going to happen?
And it could be a very toxic place, poisonous place. These are my fears for them.
Do people work there?
I don't know.
You say work there at Area 51?
Yeah.
They've got to have employees.
Yeah. So it's just questions. Here we go with the questions again. Like if 500,000 people start storming up to Area 51, I feel like they'll just open fire.
They just might.
I think it's going to be a very scary situation.
I just think it's funny that it's blown up to this thing. And when I was like researching this, I think it all started from like a joke. It was like a joke tweet where someone was just like, "Oh, I think we should storm Area 51," and it's blown up to this. It's become a real thing. Apparently.
And you know what? When people stick together, and if you've got 500,000 people here sticking together, something's gonna give in. Like, will we actually find out what's happening there in Area 51?
I mean, that's the flip side is if they successfully, on September 20th, successfully break down the doors and all these unidentified creatures are there, it's going to be life-changing for all of us.
I actually got goosebumps.
I know.
Tricky.
But you know what this also could be very scary is because you have a whole bunch of people who are, I don't know what the kind of tone of this march is. Are they angry? Are they just passive? Are they wanting, we don't know what they're wanting. So once they bash down the doors, are they just going to go apeshit inside and like destroy everything? Or are they going to, which is going to probably be really detrimental because we don't know what's in there. If it gets destroyed, are they going to grab the weapons?
Curious.
Like,
do you guys believe there's other life forms? I do.
I don't know. I saw Independence Day.
I think it would be a shame to have such a huge galaxy and all these planets and find out that we're the only living creatures. But maybe our science is not that advanced, and the things that we think are planets are maybe gigantic stars or something, you know? Maybe, who knows?
I'm actually very curious now that it's actually become a thing. I want to know what is in there. Like, what is it?
Of course.
yeah.
What is the country hiding?
And I think we should know.
What are we hiding? I want to know.
Way too much stuff. Way
Blow
too
the top
much.
off that thing.
Yeah.
It's just scary because pop culture, like movies and TV shows, make us feel that aliens are very mean, right? They're like, oh, we're the bad guys.
Yeah.
But maybe they're really nice and we can have tea with them or something. You never know.
I just can't put my mind around if there really is an alien in there. Do you know what I mean? Like, just really think about that for a second. Like, there could be an alien in there. I don't
This is
know.
me thinking.
It's just the thinking phase. It just really is a lot to digest. And I guess we'll just have to wait until September
Yes.
to see what really goes down.
Yes.
Well, guys, that was our top 10 what the fuck moments.
Yes.
We really did have some jaw-dropping.
And some heartfelt moments. Like there was
Yes,
some
that's true.
I
some
quite enjoyed
heartstring
this
moments.
week. Yeah.
Yeah. I do want to just, off topic now, because I know we've done our 10, I do want to just chat about Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys are fans of them because
I'm a fan
I
of
freaking
neither.
love them.
I'm a fan of neither, but
What?
but
I'm a fan.
I felt bad for her ex boyfriend because I love listening to his podcasts about romance and stuff and relationships. I know he's a decade older, but I think there was some overlapping there.
No, I cannot believe that there was overlapping. I cannot. Shawn Mendes would never do that.
She
You
broke.
don't think Shawn Mendes would ever do that?
I think he would.
Guys,
No.
I have a crush on a teenager, and that's Shawn Mendes.
I'm convinced because they've only been broken up for a really short amount of time, and
That we
there's
know of.
I guess, but then Camila and Shawn Mendes have been together for a short amount of time that we know of, right?
No. I'm sticking to my story. I mean,
I think there's overlapping.
Yes.
you think so too?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because it just doesn't happen like that.
It doesn't.
You know what? When you know, you know. Did you see their music video of Senorita? Like, I'm dying. I'm,
And
like,
you know,
the
I
chemistry
Look,
there.
it's not a horrible thing if it's an overlapping. Like, life happens, love happens, and it's just the way it is.
I'm not mad.
Yeah, neither am I.
I'm not mad. I love it, and I hope this lasts forever. It is funny, though, because they did an interview with James Corden not so long ago. They were both guests on his show, and he was asking them, you can't tell me that you guys haven't hooked up. And just, you should watch the interview because the way that this conversation happens, like, they're both so serious about the fact that, no,
Overlap.
we haven't
Overlap.
touched each other. And
Hiding
James Corden
something.
is like, are you lying to me? Because, I mean, even on the couch there, you can see the chemistry. They're a good-looking couple. They really are. And they're both really young, which I'm jealous of, but that's another story.
They are hotties. They're hotties. I'd watch.
You'd watch? Okay, honey. Well, let's hope it lasts. Let's hope.
Oh my goodness.
They're gonna get married.
Some other things that didn't make our list from last week and this week is the Chris Brown situation. Have you guys seen the stuff that's been going on with Chris Brown?
Do update our listeners.
Okay, so oh my goodness. So Chris Brown has a new song out, and in the lyrics it says something about ladies with the good hair or ladies with
Oh, yes. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
So, women, have been clapping at him and, saying things about him being a colorist and, and when he has, he's at parties or he's out here in LA at clubs, like he has rules for his section, no dark-skinned girls and all types of stuff. So Chris Brown is in some mess.
Oh, I'm just... there again, like, what do we believe? You know, he is a celebrity, so I'm sure he does have some kind of rules when he goes out, how strict the rules are.
Right.
Like you've said, with skin color and all of that. You know, what's the fact there? But again, it's just like, even with the lyric, which I mean, I don't know the exact quote of the lyric, but I'm just like, I think people are too sensitive. You know?
I mean, very true. It is just artistry, but...
I'm going to look up these lyrics.
Yes, please.
What is the name of the song?
Oh, I don't know. Just
a Chris Brown. Good hair.
Good hair.
Lyric.
Yes.
That's good. Okay.
I think nice hair.
It's just, we live in a world now where you've got to be so careful about what you say, where you go, what you do, because even a small little thing like poor Jason Momoa, who's got his shirt off on the beach looking fine, people are going to come for you. And again, you know, Chris Brown, he's you know, got a track record of being in the news, and celebrities in general, I think, just need to be careful. Right. But then there's also that line, is that like his music is his art form, and you know, that's how he expresses himself, and you write from a place of experience. So where do you draw the line?
This song has a lot of lyrics. It's a long one.
And it's funny because his responses are kind of mean. Like, it's not like he doesn't necessarily... He doesn't like clear it up in a diplomatic way. I guess, you know, Chris Brown isn't diplomatic. He's just like, fuck this, no. But
he needs some PR on his side.
Yeah, like he just, the way he goes about defending himself just puts him deeper in a hole. Yeah, so he's like, well, you guys send me pictures of what you look like, and it's like,
goodness.
Yeah, so
he's not handling it very well, is he?
It's not handled well. It's just
Chris.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think that's where, again, celebrities need to just look at what they're saying, what they're doing, and the publicists need to just hop on in there. And save the day.
There's also that fine line in, like, when we are trying to be careful with what we say and how we show things, and the value and the content changes into this boring PG era almost in some ways. So there's a part of me that thinks you should be able to say what you want to say and get in trouble, and some people will love it, some people will hate it. It's just the way it is.
Oh, yeah,
you're not going to please everybody.
Yeah, speaking of saying whatever you want to say and getting in trouble, there's another person kind of in trouble, another man, Jermaine Dupri. He's in some mess now because of what he said about female rappers. He's in some type of interview, and he talks about he feels like all of the females in rap are strippers. Like they're rapping like they're strippers, and they don't have any content to know what they rap about.
Just 2 days ago, he says he believes that Da Brat broke the mold for female rappers. I don't know if that means good or bad, but let's see.
It was trying to be good.
Oh.
Yeah. So and then there's a lot of females like Nicki Minaj are clapping at him.
Well, what does she not clap at?
Nicki Minaj and Cardi.
Well, Cardi was a stripper though.
Cardi's fun though.
She was. Yeah. But what she was explaining that there are females that don't talk about the club life and stripping, and there are females that are in the industry and talking about good content, but they don't get as much shine if they're not talking about stripping. So
true.
It's kind of, he's in hot water too.
On the flip side, men rap about nothing but sex and pussy and all kinds of things. I mean, listen to what's his name? The Weeknd. All he talks about is banging and cocaine.
Right.
So, you know.
But then you also have Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's touchy. It's really touchy.
I'm just saying, like, he shouldn't focus only on the females, because males are doing things too to the music industry.
Right. I think it was a question that he was asked. So it's not like he was focusing on them, but it was more so like he answered the question. It was just like, I don't really have a favorite female rapper in the game because they all just sound like strippers rapping to me.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Well, then maybe he should change his music choice.
Right.
Classical music is the way to go.
Getting really angry about jazz. Ooh, love me some jazz.
Right, because there are very talented female MCs. Like there's Tierra Whack, there's Azealia Banks. Like there are some really good female MCs out there that are that have good content, but they don't get as much acclaim because they're not talking about the popular things like dropping ass and pussy.
Sex sells.
All right, guys.
No matter what it is.
We got to wrap it up, but I just want to let our viewers and listeners know that next week there will be no show. We're going to take a little break for a little summertime fun, but
Summer vacay.
yes, in the meantime,
Yeah. Well,
What else is happening? Aren't you going somewhere?
going to Comic-Con.
Oh.
have you been before?
Yes, I go every year. It's a lot of fun. It's a little bit hectic. But you can follow my shenanigans at KAORIOUS. How about you, Chanel?
I won't be at Comic Con, unfortunately, but you guys can follow me on social media, all at Chanel Herlin, and see what I get up to.
Yes, you can follow me at The Real Trey Rich on Instagram, and I'm just Trey Rich on Twitter.
I thought we were changing that.
I was thinking about it, but like, I like them both.
Oh! Well, you can have both then.
I'm just saying, because I had a Twitter first, and I was the first one to do Trey Rich, and then all of a sudden, when I tried to go to Instagram, Trey Rich was already taken. I don't get it.
How rude. So rude. Well, guys, this has been a great show. Thank you so much for listening. Shay. That's Chanel and Trey together.
Yeah.
Hey, we have a couple name.
I feel so left out now.
How are we going to get you in the mix
I
then?
know.
We need to get you in the mix. I do think...
Shaori.
Shiori. That's quite beautiful.
We'll think about it.
That's quite
when we get
beautiful. So, challenge from me to you guys and to myself. We need to do the bottle challenge for next week. We need to just live it up because life is too short to take it too seriously. And I'm going to get some sparkle on my face because I'm kind of jelly that I don't have. And you do.